successful, the very elegant, the very outspoken, the very everything that is good. Ibinabo Dixon. Good morning.
Good morning, Miracle Philip. Good morning to all our valued listeners. It's great to be here. I hope you had awesome time enjoying your salad.
Yeah, we did here.
I managed. I tried. So and I hope that all those weight where you don't gain, you find that. A lot of people took a lot of protein, ram meat. I bet me go share that more so that you can have a very balanced body. It's great to be here. Thank you, Miracle.
Thank you. Thank you for always making out time to be here with us. All right. We also have joining us on the program this morning, Susan Ihuoma. Good morning to you, Susan.
Good morning, Miracle. Good morning, Ibinabo. And good morning to our amazing listeners. I hope you had a fruitful, will I call it fruitful, enjoyable salad break, with all the meat and the eating and everything. It's good to be back on air.
Yes, it is good. Thank you so much for joining in. So, you have gotten to listen to the voices of our ladies, and it's time for us to delve in because time waits for no one. But don't forget, you too can be part of the discussion. The phone lines are 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. Our toll free number for women 0800 1235 917. Then we have our text and WhatsApp line 08155 917 917 0703 175 6537. Those are the lines for you to get to call us, reach us on this morning on the program. All right, let's start off with letting you know that the Women Radio Female Academy has opened her fourth cohort to 20 females who are passionate in journalism, who are students of journalism in print, in electronics, and digital media, to undergo a 3 days of intensive practical training on female centric reportage. Now, the training date is for 7th to 9th July. However, there is the application for you to get to be part of this. So you don't want to sit back and say, oh, there are no opportunities. Now is the time for you to grab this opportunity. If you are a female who is passionate about journalism, about storytelling in print, in electronic and digital media, you can register for this opportunity, this training via the website. It's bit.ly/WRC training, bit.ly/WRC training. The training is going to take off from the 7th to the 9th of July, and the application deadline is today. So make sure that you you have few hours before the end of today, being the 10th day of June 2025. Make sure that you jump on this one. And well, I also want to just bring this in briefly just before we start off. I, Miracle Philip, I'm going to be going up in a competition. I am in the competition already. It's the Fans Battle Season 4 debate competition. It has to do with everything talking football conversation. So we are given a topic in football you have to battle for or against. I made it through the round of 32, and tonight by 8 p.m. I'm going to go up in the round of 24. It's actually a competition that is organized by Femi and the Gang in collaboration with Sports Salon, also hosted by Nigeria Info. So you have to listen to me tonight and support me. If you say that you love me, you love what I've been doing on, Sports Radio 360, come and support me. Listen in by 8 p.m. It's actually going to be streamed on Facebook and on their Facebook and their YouTube channel, so that you also get to be a part of it. You get to support Mimi. My name on the competition is Mimi, so you get to also be part of this. And I know you've been able to support me and Susan. Okay, so let's delve in right now. Um, Someone has come out to say, parents, please be vigilant with your children, whether around the same or opposite sex. Sadly, the world today doesn't hold back on exposing them to immoral influences. So let's stay alert and protect their innocence. I want to start off with Susan this morning. there's this conversation around protect the innocence of your children, protect the innocence of your children. Can you really, 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 really protect the innocence of your children, Susan? Because, I mean, can parents really, really do this? Because, yes, they can advise their children, but the children also get to interface with different people at different points in time, from the primary level to the secondary level. And of course, that time where people, a lot of parents feel, oh, my children are out of my bag, out of my reach when they get into the university. Can they really, really protect them against immoral influences?
So I would like to start off, I'm from a Christian background, and the Holy Book says, train up a child in the way he would go. When he grows, he would not depart.
Mm,
Now, there's a limit to what you would do. You can only try. You can only advise, nurture a child. Do not instill fear. What happens is most times parents instill fear instead of training a child to understand the pros and cons of whatever you are advising them against. And this is why they want to explore. So maybe in your absence, maybe, just circumstances. Yesterday, I was seeing a movie, for the holiday, and the young girl who had lost her mom, her sister, is just similar to this discussion. The sister was very strict, the mother's sister. I want to raise the two of you right. I don't want anything to go wrong. She even got another older cousin to stay put in the house to ensure that the girl is well mannered, well nurtured, this and that. But you see, the girl was tied to her phone. I'm not saying the phone is bad, but what do we do on our phones? And on this phone, she met a guy who is almost double her age. And the guy, influenced her to the fact that every day, in fact, it got to an extent she drugged her auntie and everyone in the house just to have the time to go out to this guy. And when she got pregnant, the guy abandoned her. Now, pregnancy is one of the challenges, I would say, with teenagers. Beyond challenges, we have drug, we have different things that happen. We have, peer pressure. We have different. That is even where you see some of them getting to gangsterism, cultism, and what have you. The vices that are not proper. So I would say, parents, as much as you want to, do not instill fear. Let your children know why you are against these things so that within them, they might not even accept it immediately, but it has a way of resonating. As an adult now, I don't live with my parents. And some of the things, if not most of the things that I have grown up to live with now, are the things they have always told us. Why? They told us the reasons. If you do this, this is the result. And trust me, you will stop school. I remember when I was still teaching, I would act role plays with my students. I'll ask those with ball to bring a ball, ask someone to bring a big gun. Yes, it was a public school. I wanted things that would resonate with these young ones.
mm,
And so I would ask them, the girl will wear a big gown, put in the ball, and I'll ask them if they have ever seen a student with pregnancy in school.
mm.
And all of them will echo, no, Miss Susan, how can you, do you understand?
Yes.
But it has a way of sticking. It has a way of sticking. So you need to let them understand why you should not do this.
Mm.
Don't just make them get afraid when you're coming, they are rushing off,
All
they
right.
don't want to be hiding, they are pretending. Thank
Mm.
you.
Thank you very much, Susan. You really, really raised an important point. Interacting with your children as much as possible, so that you are able to track what it is that you're doing. Also, raising your children up in a way that they should go, that when they are old, they will not depart from it. Now, I'll come to you, Ibinabo, and let's talk about this. In a quest to protect children, a lot of parents do not know where the balance is. So, you want your child to interact with people, but you're also scared. So every person that they are moving with, you're like, who is that person? Or what's that person? Or you're almost spying on them, or you're agitated, you're worried. It can, bring you to a point where it's like even good people, the people begin to say, madam, you can think of me like that with your child. How do parents, draw that line?
It's not easy as a parent not to become paranoid when
Mm.
it comes to, looking out for your child or your children. And let's look at what is even the meaning of innocence.
Mm.
Because we're talking about a child being innocent, and like you asked Susan, and I'm looking at the meaning of innocence. Innocence, you're talking about purity,
Mm.
you're talking about chastity, when you're not guilty of any morally evil act, a state of being free from guilt or wrongdoing. Do you know that a child has to have an understanding of the true meaning of innocence before a child can say, okay, I'm innocent?
Mm.
A child who was being abused as a toddler by a relative, you understand, maybe a cousin, even an older sibling, does not understand what it means to be innocent in that area,
Mm.
because it happened between that child and a loved one, supposedly. So we have to begin to understand what is the meaning of innocence or innocent with children. And we cannot start when they are already grown.
Mm.
We should start when they are babies, when they are little. In your own, like Susan said, she had to bring a ball and a big gown for them to understand that. See, that uniform cannot carry your pregnancy. That is why your
Mhm.
uniform is the way it is. It is not
Mm.
meant to carry pregnancy. There are ways you can come up at home with different, you know, maybe you're playing around with them, you're acting and everything. You're trying to teach them, because children, when you teach them by being part of the whole activity,
Mhm.
it sinks deeper
Yes.
than when you're just talking and talking and talking. So, and I want to also advise that you see, the role of raising children has been majorly, you know, left for the mother, and it is not unfair, because as a father, please be firmly in the saddle too. You understand? Do not leave all the job to madam. You have your own perspective as to how you want to raise your child, whether it's a boy or a girl. The mother too has her own perspective as a mother. So when we bring these two perspectives together, it becomes very wholesome.
Mhm.
But when you keep leaving the woman to do everything, there are some tricks that you as a man, you know how men will play these tricks. If
Yes.
see, if you step into the shoes of a teenager as a man, you would begin to remember how you were as a teenager.
Mm.
And then you can put that together to, advise your child. When you were little, when you were in primary school, when you were yet a teenager, and and you guys played pranks in school. I remember there was a particular lady who said when she was in primary school that each time she went into the restroom, that she used to see some boys that they would pretend as if they were cleaning the girls who sent them.
Hmm.
And there had been times she saw them with other girls,
Mm.
messing around and everything. And so you have to teach your child how to, sense these flags and then protect himself or herself.
Mm.
But if you just feel that, okay, this child, you don't play with boys, don't play with girls, and you leave it at that. I recall there was a time we were all here discussing something very similar. One of us then, Pearl, said her mother told her that if a boy touched you, you will get
Get
pregnant.
pregnant.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
And when she was in school, she was in a mixed school. So she was like crazy, because no boy, in school, somebody would touch you, whether boy or girl. And each time a boy touched her, it was like, hey,
Mm.
she would fight, scream, and do everything until she got to realize that that was just an exaggeration, that wasn't how it would happen. You would have to go some steps further to get pregnant. So
Mm.
parents should lay it bare. I mean, there are age appropriate advice.
Mhm.
We shouldn't lose sight of that.
Mhm.
And also, parents should be, as a parent, there is an intuition you should have, an intuition that is they call intuitive empath. You have this ability. Even if you're not born with it, you can learn, you can train yourself to that level. You have this ability to perceive evil
Mm.
Even if the person is looking all kind and all
Mm-hmm.
nice,
Mm-hmm.
when you have this, you recognize, gentle signs, from some other persons. It could even be a female. A lady told me that they had a housekeeper when she was very little. That this housekeeper made her to do a lot of things on the housekeeper's body, and she didn't know it was wrong until she was trying to do all those things on her mother. And when I said, stop that nonsense, what is wrong with you? Are you a baby? This and that. And she said, oh, you, if it was Auntie so and so, she would even call me to come and do it. That was how she got to know. The child spoke out of innocence, and then the mother was able to get the whole thing that was going on around her. So you have to, it's not easy, but you have to, have this, understand these gentle signs.
I think they also need to be in tune with it, because you can get so busy that you're not in tune with your
If you are so
motherly
busy, you can't
instinct.
even if you have it as a gift, you can't even exercise it.
Mm.
So as a parent, that's why I'm saying that parenting should not be left alone. Raising the children should not be left alone for the mother.
Mm-hmm.
The father too should be involved. Don't say that, oh, am I not the one paying the school fees? Am I not the one picking up all the bills? The religion of responsibility by some fathers had caused a lot of problems in
Right.
homes. So fathers should be involved. Even if it
Yes.
is, okay, I come back from work by 5 p.m. So what do you want me to do?
Mm.
That period, because you are intentional, you are very deliberate.
Yeah.
You look around.
All right.
You look around. I've seen fathers who would come back from work and they could easily guess what happened in the house.
Mm.
And the children will wonder, is my father a wizard? How did he know what happened? Because he had been able to build this intuitive empath. You
Yeah.
understand? So you could easily sense some gentle dangers around your
Absolutely.
child or your children, and you are quick to address it.
Yes.
So I mean, it's a lot. Parenting is not about getting pregnant and then
Having
giving
children, celebrating,
sending them to
doing
very
photo
very
shoots.
expensive schools. It goes above and beyond that, because
Yes, it
when you don't
does.
train up your child well, your child is going to be a problem to a well-trained child.
Exactly.
So let us not be the problem of our neighbors
And our
and our
society.
society at large.
Thank,
Thank you.
thank you very much, Ibinabo Dixon. If you've just tuned in, this is 9:30 on your Women Radio 91.7, and the program is Her Lens. Women Radio 91.7, amplifying women's voices every hour, every day.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Hello, my name is Adedoja Allen, MD CEO, City 1051 FM. Over the years, I've had the privilege of leading and learning alongside incredible people. But one thing remains constant, the power of mentorship. And this isn't about guiding careers. It's about unlocking confidence, building character, and paying forward the lessons that shaped me. I'm excited to invite all ambitious women to She Leads, a free one-day mentorship class with Adedoja Allen, exclusively for female business owners, female entrepreneurs, and female leaders in middle management positions in any industry between the ages of 20 and 45 years. Season 1 will be happening on Friday, June 20th, 2025 at the Radisson Blue Hotel, Ikeja GRA from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Myself and other successful top female leaders who are trailblazers in their industries will be sharing valuable insights to empower you to succeed. This event is limited to 100 women. To attend, text She Leads to 090-317-44786. To attend, text She Leads to 090-317-44786 to secure your spot. Date again, Friday, June 20th, 2025. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Venue, Radisson Blue Hotel, Ikeja GRA. Register now and take that first step towards achieving your goals. We look forward to seeing you at She Leads. Remember, it is free. WFM 91.7 muryar mata.
Are you looking for a place to advertise your business at affordable rates or a hall to host all your corporate events and conferences? Then don't look any further for all your advert placement, live interviews, announcements, religious programs, event bookings, and lots more. Give your business the boost and reach your target audience at an affordable rate here on Women Radio 91.7. What are you waiting for? Hurry now! Call the numbers 0905 555 8998, 0806 009 2137, or 0816 060 5673, or email us at sales@wfm917.
Ìwọ á ń tiraka láti sanwó iléèwé rẹ bí abọ́kàn rẹ ò balẹ̀ lórí bí o ṣe sanwó fún sáà ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń bọ̀ yìí.
Ó ṣe ni máa ń jáyà bóyá máa lè parí ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi. Ìnira ìnáwó yẹn pọ̀ débi pé mi ò kí ń lè gbájúmọ́ ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mi.
Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí ìrètí ti wà pẹ̀lú NELFund, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bíi tiẹ̀ á lè mú àlá rere yín ṣẹ láìsí ìṣòro ìnáwó.
Ṣé lóòótọ́?
Báyìí o lè gbájúmọ́ ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ, ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ. Ètò ẹ̀yáwó wa tí kò ní èlé lórí ti wà báyìí láti rí i dájú pé ìrìn àjò ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rẹ lọ geere láìsí ìnira. Yára báyìí kàn sí www.nelf.gov.ng, fi ìdáhùn sí ìwé ìbéèrè àyè kó o sì máa retí àbájáde ìwádìí nípa rẹ. Lẹ́yìn àrídájú ìwádìí, NELFund á sanwó iléèwé rẹ, wọ́n á sì fún ọ ní owó ìsàpòrò. Bó ṣe rọrùn tó nìyẹn.
NELFund, àwa sanwó, ìwọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wàá sì ṣàṣeyọrí.
NELFund jẹ́ àgbékalẹ̀ Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu.
The Women Radio membership connects you with other women traders, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, farmers, and pensioners in the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, your business is promoted free on Women Radio. Win amazing goodies and you get access to our events. Download the Women Radio app today and hear your voice on radio. Register free at wfm917.com and make sure you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership is supported by MacArthur Foundation and the Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
Technology and fun. Get ready for Fun Tech, a great combination at She Talks Tech.
Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio,
where we share tech gist, tips, and experiences on the biases women face in tech and learn about tech from women who do amazing work in the tech space. She Talks Tech.
Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio
91.7. Let's help you love tech as much as we do.
Sell your market on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Are you a member of our Women Radio network? Are you a trader? Do you own a business? Do you want to increase your sales? I have good news for you. To sell your market free at no charge every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Call 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917 or 800 1235 917. Sell your market and connect with customers far and wide for free. This is only for Women Radio Network members. Follow us on social media, Facebook, X, and YouTube at WFM 917.
We play Nigerian songs every time, all the time. WFM 91.7.
Welcome back. This is Heartlands on Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And we have ladies from different geopolitical zones joining us this morning, where we get to discuss different issues that affect us in our society with different perspectives, actually. And we just talked about, what parents need to do to better protect their children in this time and age where both from the opposite sex and the same sex, they can be exposed to immoral activities and what parents can do. And we had Ibinabo Dixon and Susan Ihoma getting to share their thoughts with us this morning. You too can be part of the program. The phone lines are 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. Our toll free number for women 0800 1235 917. Then we have our text and WhatsApp line 08155 917 917 0703 175 6537. We had a message here from Barrister Ugo Osuji from Festac. Says, good morning, WFM. Moderator Miracle Philip and our Notre Dame's Ibinabo Dixon, Susanni Huama, and the entire Harlens family. Protecting children's innocence against bad influence by parents nowadays is difficult, as what obtained in the old has no place in the epoch of the present. Now that societal change dictates behavioral patterns of our children, like Facebook, TikTok, et al. Yet, the more a child brought up in a home that has values will not derogate, as parents might have inculcated in them that a good family name is better than riches. Query: if our lives are mirrors on which our younger generations and our children look at life, then parents must lead by example. A very essential point there, Ibinabo, that Barrister Ugo Suji has raised about the role also of some parents in leading by example, because some children have had to pick up certain lifestyle because they saw it from their parents.
Very true. You know, I was somewhere some time ago, and it was actually a birthday party, and I was taken aback on how some parents dressed up their children to the party. There was a particular girl. She was like a dwarf adult. Her hair, they fixed the hair. She wore a crop. Is it crop top or crop top?
Crop top.
People call it. Part of her tummy was bare. Then she wore this bomb shorts and everything. She was putting on a pair of boots and all of that. And it was like, Madam, what are you teaching this girl? And you see some children. I saw a particular boy too. His hair was, we call it Jerry curls those days. I don't know what you guys call it these days. All curl with the cream activator and everything. It looked like, do you understand? And there are some parents who actually bleach the skin of their children. And you know, these children, they're always in the sun. Children don't run away from the sun. Maybe break time they go play outside in the school compound. Even at home, they play outside within the compound and everything under the sun. And you see these children, you look at their skin, you know that this parent is gradually destroying this child's skin. I don't understand why some parents do it. It is very wrong. Please, if you're one of those parents, please stop. Because at this rate, you're not leading by example. We know what bleaching the cream means. I mean, bleaching the skin means. Some people have come down with different skin problems. And you are the one bleaching, and they'll say they said, no, this cream I'm using is just to bring out the color. Which color? Where the color travel go? We are bringing it back. So you see, parents, we need to do better. We need to, come to terms with the fact that we are the first teachers of our children. Everything we do, they are watching, and children learn by your own action, not always by what you say. So especially children in the formative age. So let's be mindful of what we do around our children. Let's be mindful of what we do with our children. Do you know that in a particular family, the little girl was telling me about daddy and mommy, and I said, how did this girl know so much? So I called two older brothers, and they said, no, mommy didn't show us anything, but mommy, they will not close their door. So we used to go and peep. We used to go and peep, and we'll just see. And when I challenged this woman, she said, are they not my children? Are they not your children? You are exposing these children to adult activities, adult things. And you're saying, are they not your children? So please, parents, we can do better. Let's be mindful of what we expose our children to, because what you watch with your eyes is not easy to erase from your memory. You can tell somebody a story and the person probably could easily forget. But what was witnessed with the two eyes, he go hard before the thing go come off from memory. You can forget about it temporarily, but each time you recall it, it will come back to the fore, and you remember, and you can talk about it. So please, parents, allow these children to grow. Allow them to grow through their the age of being a toddler, through all the ages, and become adults. Don't rush them into adulthood. It's not the best. And also, some parents will believe that, oh, I love my children, I love them so much, so this and that. Yes, when you correct your child, is an aspect of loving that child.
Yes.
When a child is not doing right by anybody, whether by you or by their friends or in the school or wherever, you should caution your children. Do you know, Miracle, that some parents don't understand that a child is a bully? They will say, my child is a no-nonsense child. Nobody can do this. Nobody can. You don't realize that your child is a bully. The child goes to school, beats up people, tear people's books, steal people's writing materials, and then you tell everybody, my son is a no-nonsense child. My daughter, as you see her, she's a girl, but she's like a boy. They take nonsense because she's a bully. So let's as parents learn how to draw the line between a child being a bully and a child being self-assertive and understand how to stand for his or her rights.
Yes. Because I feel that there needs to be a balance.
There has to be a balance. Because some parents don't understand. But how do you give what you don't know or what you don't have? So to be a parent, it is worth learning. If you feel that, okay, I don't understand a lot of things, there are many ways to learn. You can learn from older parents who you feel have turned out great children. You discuss it. You can read books. Nobody knows it all. But for you not to make an effort and feel that all that you know is enough, is not enough. Don't raise children that are going to be problems to other children who have been better raised. Please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ibinabo Dixon. Right now, it is still Harlens on your Women Radio 91.7. We have with us Ibinabo Dixon and Susan Ihuama, and you two can be part of the conversation. Maybe you've had an experience, maybe you've observed something, and you want to share it with us on the program in line with our conversation. The phone lines are 07000 917 917 09155 917 917. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Florence calling from Makuti.
You're welcome, Florence.
Miracle, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning. Good morning.
Yeah, where I want to chip in my own is that there are some parents that they don't want you to even talk to their children. When you see some children going astray, you'll be scared to talk to them because their parents will be like, what's the business with my child? It is my child. Secondly, about the bleaching that I think the United Susan talked about. In fact, it's one part here in the West here. I'm a teacher and I observed, there was a particular child I observed. I saw her skin, she was having like patches on her. And I said, come, what's happening? What kind of cream are you rubbing? Is it mommy from your head? And she now said, yes. I said, no, tell mommy to get you your own special cream. This cream is your face. When you get in, tell her that, mommy, look at my face. What's on my face? My teacher complained this morning that this is what is happening to my face. So parents, we should please don't expose these children to adult things. So let us just be careful how we do. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for calling us this morning, Florence from Akute. I mean, very important and valid thoughts that she raised. Her observation as well. There's a part of you as an older adult playing. When you see things of this nature, you don't just keep quiet. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Now, I want us to talk about this next, and this one is all from. It has everything to do with the Federal Medical Center in Abuja. So a man put up a video. He was criticizing the staff at the Federal Medical Center in Abuja for allegedly refusing to treat an accident victim he brought to the hospital. You know what? It's so sad. It's so sad to see that there was this, nonchalant, none of my business attitude that the workers gave. I mean, okay, maybe you just cannot treat the accident victim, yeah, but that you continue to argue, oh, we don't have hand glove, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. This person was few seconds away from losing his or her life, and you see health workers just standing and watching, still arguing with the man. The man said, I just saw this person. The person had an accident. I just decided out of my good heart to carry this person and bring the person to the hospital to be treated. And they were still arguing with him. I mean, it just says a lot, Susan. It says a lot because the fact is that it could be anybody. It could even be the health workers tomorrow having to be engaged in an accident situation and they need an urgent help. And then, you're just finding out that the medical service cannot help you, cannot attend to you, at least as a matter of first response. Susan.
Please help me with this. So I would want to say that first and foremost, the truth is this is man's inhumanity to man. I don't know. I watched that video over and over, and I couldn't wrap my around it because it's terribly wrong. It's all shades of wrong, and we hear of these things every day. Forget that there was a camera, to show what that person was going through. And this will bring me back to the question we've been asking over the weeks. Who is held accountable? We have read about the hospital putting out a word and all of that, but are you saying that what we saw life was not real? Who is held accountable? Who were those workers? Why did they have to treat this person as if he was a chicken? Even an animal, deserves some level of dignity. Are you saying that that person who helped to rescue this person did wrong by bringing the person to a health facility? I thought that what health facilities are meant for is life first, to save lives first, at least. And this is a government hospital, it's not even a private one. Why couldn't they even start to? Now we are seeing a press release saying they had gloves, they had this and that and all of that. Please ask me, why did they have to, first of all, why do they keep refuting some of these things? Why do they keep refuting and refuting and refuting when the actual thing is to take responsibility? Because we saw that video, we saw everything that happened. Why would they? I beg to differ, but that whatever they put up did not resonate with me because I could see the video. I could see how helpless even the helper and even the survivor of that accident was. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Susan. I'll come to you, Ibina, but just as we wrap up, this is only one. I'm surprised. It's just too shameful, to be honest. I mean, getting to see this, the way they were just, it's none of my business. It no concern me. I can't do anything about it. Oh, we don't have hand gloves. Like the man was saying, what do you expect me to do now? I'm going to report you to the Minister of FCT. I'm going to report you. Like someone has to be penalized for what we saw. But if it was one person, we'll say, okay, it's one person. It's to say that that's the attitude of the entire people in that place. It's a problem if we're having people that act like that in different FMCs in Nigeria.
Miracle. What was once deemed as unimaginable is already happening and it is gaining momentum. We have talked about different public hospitals not doing the right thing. I was so ashamed of their attitude towards the accident survivor. Somebody saw him and brought him to the hospital, and all you could put up was the height of nonchalance. It is such a shame. And even the response from the hospital management only defended the hospital. It did not speak to the attitude put up by the medical practitioners that were present. So And like we all saw, the matter was well situated. The video was not doctored. So it wasn't like, no, that was not what happened, this and that. It happened. And the man was very, very firm on the fact that it was going to push this to the social media. And that even did not dent their nonchalance. They were still there. It's like, whoa, giving excuses, this and that. You cannot give excuses when it is expedient to carry out your professional duties. More so when you are looking at a life that could vanish, that the life could vanish out of that man any moment. A closer look at the video, we saw the man's head was bleeding.
Yes.
And eventually somebody came out with gloves. And I asked, where did this glove come from? Did it drop from the sky? You see, the problem with us is that even when you are at fault ab initio, you want to come up with excuses. You want to defend your nonsense. And this should not be allowed. That was why let me digress a bit, when the registrar of JAMB,
we have 1 minute.
Professor Oloyede came out to apologize for the mistakes and all of that concerning the last JAMB that was written sometime this year. It was like a big deal because we don't do it. It's not in our character. We don't own up to our mistakes. We don't apologize.
Right.
We don't take responsibility. And that should be unacceptable because this video has gone viral.
Yes.
It has gone far and beyond the shores of Nigeria. So we need responses that will balance the action put up by those
absolutely
those medical practitioners, because if we don't have it, it will create an image of the health sector. We know what it is
already
as we are Nigerians. So please, and there has to be heads must roll, because if you don't put anything as punishment to serve as a deterrent, there will be more victims.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ibinabo Dixon. I mean, we've had to speak passionately about this, and we're hoping to see better. Please, we want to see better. If you are a healthcare professional out there in the different hospitals that you're having to, work in, please put a touch of empathy. Be professional at what you do, but be empathetic as well. Let's see better, please. And someone has to be accountable for what happened that day, so we do not see a repeat of this next time. If there's some stiff punishment, people would finally get to behave like they should, knowing the level of responsibility that is expected of them in the health profession. But thank you so much, Ibinabo Dixon and Susan Ihuoma, for today's conversation on Her Lens.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much as well to you, our listeners. Coming up at 10 is Radio Doctor. I am Miracle Philip. Good morning.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480 7613.
In the month of June, which is the National Cancer Survivors Month, Women Radio 91.7 FM brings you powerful voices of courage and hope every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12